Draco here. As you can tell, I'm doing 3 to 4 videos back to back, just so I've got a few videos to edit for the week. I just did a collection overview. There is this video. There is going to be a collectible showcase, and then a what I've got in the mail over the past month or two, movie-wise. Which I think a couple you've seen, but I'll re-show them in that video anyway, just in case. So as you can tell by the title, this is changes to my collection and collecting. So, as you all know, for people who've known me and been following my channel for a long time and support me, thank you to all of you, and to all the newcomers and who's recently come across. If you do watch my videos, thank you. If I'm someone you just subscribed to because you saw one video and enjoyed, to be honest, that's still something amazing, because it means you still enjoyed one of my videos. Changes to my collecting and my collection. So, recently I've had a really big breakdown with collecting again. I think at some point in our lives, as collectors in general, movies or whatever else we collect, sometimes, just no matter what you do, it can always go wrong. As everyone knows, I am a case OCD perfectionist. My OCD for cases are ridiculous, to the point where I noticed different cornered cases. So you had like circular cornered cases or square cornered cases. And it drove people insane when I told them, because they never noticed before, and then they did notice, and then it was bugging them, and then it didn't bother them, and they didn't know why it was bugging me. I like my collections to match. I like everything to be perfect and just be consistent with itself. But my main issue was that I've recently run out of cases, and I've got a couple left, but it's not enough to do what I wanted to do. So now I've been past couple of days trying to work out what I can do with it, and I've come to the conclusion that my OCD can go get stuffed. As hard as it is, my standard Blu-rays are no longer in genre order, because when I keep getting new movies and I have to keep taking some off the shelf to put more on, I keep forgetting where they're supposed to go, and then I have to keep searching for individual movies to find out what genre they're in, what category, and it's too much hassle just to put it on a shelf. So I've decided to do the most horrible thing that I hate, and it goes against my OCD. My OCD does not like this at all, and this is why I have to do it. My standard Blu-rays are now, other than Disney and my comic book movies from Marvel, DC, and otherwise, all other movies are in alphabetical order. They're not in category order, they're in alphabetical. So it's all A through Z, and I think it's disgusting. I hate it. I don't mind other people's collections being in alphabetical order. I hate my own being in that way. I like the idea that my own way was good, but I was getting annoyed with my way. So I changed it, and it's easier now, but I hate it. Also, I didn't have enough swing trays, and I don't have the money to keep buying cases and swing trays just to match the others. So I had to fiddle with all the cases and change them around. So like all my Disney and Marvel 3D movies are now all in circle cornered cases, whereas all my basically every single 3D movie I own had to be in a square cornered case. And now I've changed that. So all other 3D movies are in square cornered cases, but all Marvel and Disney movies are all in circular cornered cases. 3D and 2D. Also, as you can tell by Clouded Chance of Meatballs, when I said that you'll notice what I mean about the thing, I now don't give a crap about them all having to be in blue cases anymore, just because I'm not always going to have blue cases. Movies are going to keep certain Blu-rays are going to turn up on clear cases, or black cases, or green cases, or whatever, and I don't keep having. Because what can I do with them? If I'm not using them, I'm taking the sleeves and the discs out, and then I'm just having all these different cases that I'm not using. Whereas instead of having to keep trying to buy blue cases, I could just put them on the shelf and be grateful they're there. what made me realise that the case thing was stupid was I had changed all my Disney and Marvel movie 3Ds into circle cornered cases before Coco came out, Sunday night. Because I thought, okay, well, all Disney and Marvel movies come out in circle cornered cases, so I thought it'd be the perfect opportunity. And when I went to go pick up Coco, because it had 3 discs, it was put in a square cornered case. So I had done all that changing for no reason. So from now on, in my collection, you will see different cases everywhere. You will see different coloured cases, and you'll see that my Blu-rays are no longer in category and they're just in alphabetical. It breaks my heart to do it, but sometimes you have to fight your OCD to win, even if it hurts. Even if it really, really hurts. Another thing you'll notice about my collection is I'm getting sick of multi-packs. Now I know people don't agree with this, and to be honest, I'm gonna try and be as, cause you guys are honest with me about things, so I want to be honest with everyone else. I don't care anymore. You know, I liked my collection to look good, and to me, in order for it to look good, is you need to see what movies you own. If you look at a big chunky case or a thin case that just says so and so collection, that is not a pretty thing to look at. No matter what you think, you may think it looks good, it doesn't. You know, for example, when you're in the Back to the Future trilogy, you only see one case and you see it say trilogy. You don't want to see it say trilogy. You want to see all 3 Back to the Future movies on that shelf. That's what you want to see. You want to see them next to each other. Come on, man. If we back in the day, if we had all 3 Back to the Future movies on VHS, on the same VHS, would we be happy? No, we wouldn't. We used to like having them separately. That was the thing. So a lot of my multi-packs are now in separate cases. I can't give examples of which. Well, I can give examples of which one. Indiana Jones are now all in their own cases. Star Wars are all in their own cases. Lethal Weapons, all in their own cases. RoboCop is all in their own cases. Predator, the trilogy, is all in its own cases. I have got X-Men ones and I have got Resident Evil ones. So they'll be doing soon. The only one I can't do is Back to the Future because no one online has made Back to the Future 1, 2 and 3 sleeves. It's all trilogy sleeves, which is stupid. So you all notice that a lot of my movies are like that. And as I said in the previous video, a lot of my movies are now in printed sleeves because I've bought the discs separately or because they didn't have cases to begin with. So you will see a lot of that. But people may say, why do you have printed sleeves? What if you wanted to sell your collection one day? I do sell bits of my collection, I will admit. When there's a movie I really don't like, I'll sell it. But if that's the case, I'll sell it with its original sleeve. I always keep the original sleeves. I don't get rid of them. I don't throw them away. I keep them in case I change my mind and one day I want to put the original one back in, or in case I sell it. But my collection is for me. No one else. When I sell a movie, it's because I think that that movie doesn't belong there. Therefore, it's not a part of my collection. It's just a random movie that I own. But when it's in my collection and I'm happy, that's not for anyone else. So I don't really see it in the sense of, oh, if I was to ever sell it, because I don't see myself selling them. So that's why I do it. But yeah, I just don't. I'm giving up on all my things that I do. You know, my OCDs and that. I'm just giving up on them because in the end, my OCD will drive me into some form of bankruptcy. If I'm wasting all my money on spare cases and extra cases and swing trays, you know, if I'm doing all that on top of buying movies as well, I'm never gonna have any money. And I mean, as you guys know, we moved into a new home. I need as much as I can. You know, it's not as easy as it was before. It's different, and I've got more important things to sort my money out on. So that's why I'm just, whenever a movie comes in a certain case, I'm leaving it there. I don't care if it looks odd or dodgy anymore, because in the end, they're just cases. As long as I can still watch the discs, I don't care. That's why I'm not so bothered about printed sleeves, because in the end, I just want to watch the movie. You know, just I'd rather it be in a printed sleeve than in an empty blue case. That looks horrible. So now I've got a mail, like what I got in the mail for the past couple of months, and a collectible showcase. Oh yeah, I know what I'm going to show in that one anyway. But anyway, that is the end of this video. If you enjoyed this video and previous videos, don't forget to strike the like for future videos. If you're new to my channel, only see a couple of my videos, click that subscribe button down below. Surely appreciate it. Anyway, take care, you wonderful, wonderful people, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.